Hello friends, I'm here again. So this time I'm going to do a soup, and I think I've done some vegetable soups before, but this one's going to be a little bit different. Now I've looked into the minestrone soup, and there's so many recipes. Some people use the bacon, the ham flavors in there, but this one's going to be a strictly vegetarian type of soup. Well, not really, because my broth is like a brown, my stock is a brown chicken stock. So, and I thought about, there's a lot of recipes out there, and I thought, well, what would be really good with this minestrone soup? And it was getting like, oh my God, but there are specific flavors that I want to kind of bust out, and that would be the kidney beans and my butternut squash, because fall is here. I love butternut squash, see? And some, the potatoes are an additive, but there are specific flavors that I want in there, and I wanted that pasta flavor. And of course the zucchini, and the minestrone soup, it has everything in there. But what I want to do is, instead of adding the butternut squash, I want to bake the butternut squash and then put it in there and make it like a meaty texture, so that it can have a form of meat in there. Oops, wash my hands. So it can have a form of meat inside of the soup. And so I thought, why not just go ahead and bake it? And then put it in at the end. So I have my butternut squash. Let me show you what I did to it. I cut it in half. First of all, these are the hardest things to peel. But oh my God, if you ever have a butternut squash, it's so delicious. To me, it's like the Cadillac of all the squashes. The flavor is it's a light flavor, it's sweet, it's delicious, it's yummy. I mean, I just love the butternut squash. I've made butternut squash tamales, I've made butternut squash cornbread. It's just got like a nice, beautiful squash flavor, and so I thought, you know what, I want to use that. So what I'm going to do is go ahead. What I did was I cut it in half. You cut it in half, and then you just kind of peel it. Be careful with your knife. I tried peeling it with the peeler. It was killing my hands, so I just went in with the knife and I just peeled the surface of it, and then I cubed it. And so, let me turn this off here. And then I cubed it into and you can make them as big as you want. I probably should have made them a little bit bigger, but that's okay. I'll use this one. Okay, this butternut, nice butternut squash. Oops, I lost a few there. That's okay, a couple. And see, and I have so many ingredients, but I really want this to kind of stand out. And so I'm going to go ahead and drizzle a little bit of extra virgin olive oil in there. I'm going to add some salt and pepper on that. Yeah. I don't know if you can see. Can you see now? Okay. So I have extra virgin olive oil, salt and pepper. I could just eat it raw. It's so delicious. Yum. I just love butternut squash. It's just beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful squash. I might even want to put more in there, because I really want it in my soup, in my, I don't know. And it's such a beautiful bake. So, you know what? Let's go ahead and cut the rest of this. just so I can show you basically. Huh. I know, and people peel it, but I don't feel like peeling it. So I have to be very, very careful when I'm cutting this. Just trimming the... I tell you, it's a hard squash, but it's the best squash. And some people just cut it in half and bake it. Season it and bake it. Hey, that's another way of making the soup part. You just put it in the oven. If you just want it into a, if you want to make it into a soup, go ahead and just put it in the oven. Okay. And I'm going to make this soup for someone very special. And sometimes this is a nice thing to do. I know it's one of his favorites. An elderly gentleman who's been a really good and faithful friend. He lost his nephew, so hey, soup does something. It's like a comfort food, and you know. And so what I do is I just kind of, oh, that one has some, the top part doesn't have seeds. And just, okay. And then I take this darn spoon and just kind of take the little seeds out. Okay? So I want to hurry up and get this done so I can get the soup going. And I want them all the same size because I want them to cook all evenly. Pretty much the same size. Just put that in there. Okay. I figure why not add this to the collection. Yeah. Holidays are coming up. You can make this for if you're doing a potluck. You can make this as one of your appetizers, or even part of a meal for Thanksgiving dinner that's coming up. You can make this for Halloween party. Yeah, I think that's going to be good. So I'm going to mix that up. And I have the oven on at about 350 degrees. Go ahead and stick that in the oven. Okay. Okay, let's put that in the oven. Hopefully I'll remember that it's in there. Can you remind me? Do you? Okay. So now I have my big pot here. And I'm going to turn it on. And I'm going to, now remember your vegetables, you take the ones that cook the longest, and then you put those in first. So I have my potatoes that have been diced, and I have my onions, bell pepper, and celery, and my carrots, and the zucchini doesn't take very long to cook, and neither does the pasta. And so you want to organize your kitchen. This is your mise en place. So you want to organize your kitchen to make sure that you're going to be cooking certain foods first. And I'm going to go ahead and use some of this extra virgin olive oil. And then, and this is half canola, pressed canola, and extra virgin olive oil. So I have plenty of that in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put my onions in there. Yep. In the meantime, while this is sauteing, I'm going to heat up my stock. And I'm going to put my, and that's a whole onion. And I washed the onion and then I diced it. And then that's two stalks of celery. And then these are a couple of carrots. And put it in there. And this is beautiful bell pepper. I have yellow. I have some pretty colors in there. Some yellow and red because these are leftover bell peppers. Hey, if you have leftovers, that's the best time to make a soup. Make a soup with your leftovers. And then I mean, tell you, I was looking in the books and I said, wow, it seems so complex in the books, but it's really easy. So it's not as complicated as people make it to be. I don't know why people make cooking such a, well, you have the gastronomy, I'm not going to knock it, but anyways. But this is really, really easy. And you have to say it's easy. Otherwise it won't be easy. Noodles. And I'm going to go ahead and heat up my stock. So let me get a pot. I'm going to find a pot. Oh, there it is. And by the way, this brown stock that I made can be used for a consommé. You could use it as a consommé, and I mean, it's going to be like, I made that out of the chicken bones and the vegetables. Came out really nice. But you see how it has, like, there's still stuff on the bottom. That's all the veggies and stuff. And then the top part, it's real clear stuff. So I'm going to be using that. So I'm going to go ahead and just put stock. And you don't want to make this a real soupy. You want to make it like a thick. This makes it so nice. Make it thick. So that's like what? Couple of cups. At least 4 to 6 cups of your soup, depending on how much of this stuff you're going to be making, of this minestrone soup. I cover it so that, cover it up, okay, so that it can hurry up and cook, heat up. Well, I have my, I'm going to put a little bit of salt and pepper, not a lot, just a pinch. I don't want to use a lot of salt. Yeah, I see these people just put salt. Good God. You don't need that much salt in the food to flavor it up. Okay. It's a good, my mirepoix is looking really nice in there. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cook my potatoes with my mirepoix. And I could do the same thing with potatoes as I did with the butternut squash, but like I said earlier, I really want the butternut squash to stand out in this soup. Okay, make sure you're still on. You're still on. over so that you can see what I'm doing. Okay, let that heat up. Yum, yum, yum. Good season in there. I also have some Italian seasons that I mixed up together. And what I have in here is some thyme, oregano, and that 21 seasoning stuff. And I went ahead and I mixed it in there. It smells good. I'm going to add a little bit more oregano. I love seasonings. Oh, and I have some rosemary in there, fresh rosemary, so I kind of mix my fresh with my dry. You could do that, it's not going to hurt. Oh, that smells really, really good. So, okay. So I think my potatoes, my papas, and these are organic as well. And I cubed them up pretty much evenly. And you know what? If you want them perfect, you can make them perfect. But it's just us. So, I mean, you can make them nice and pretty and perfect and pay, what is it, $100 a plate? Or perfectly cut minestrone soup, whatever. So I have my potatoes in there now. Whoops! That just, somebody didn't like that. I don't know who. The poltergeist. It's October. Hey, you know what? October, I love the month for a reason. It's fall. I love the fall. It's the month my father was born. I miss him extremely, very much. And it's a month of Halloween. The kids get to go out, enjoy themselves, and dress up. And people they have their parties. It's festivity time. So I enjoy the month of October. So, you see how I'm doing that? I'm just I want to show you. Just so you can see this beautiful, beautiful, look at those beautiful colors. And I put the red bell peppers in there instead of the green because I figure, I already have the celery in there. And I'm going to have the zucchini and the green beans. And I want it colorful because that's what's going to give it the nutritional value in there. Okay, this should be almost done, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to start cooking my pasta. I need another pot. Okay, so I'm going to cheat a little and use tap water. I usually use the purified water, but I don't know. I'm going to use the tap water. Why not? Put that aside. Go ahead and get a lid to cover that up and season it a little bit with some salt. Put some sea salt in there. Why not? It has a lot of minerals. Okay. And I'm going to be draining that after it's done. So, bring that to a boil. Look how beautiful this is. This is so beautiful. Now I'm going to put my garlic. I have like 3 cloves of garlic in there, peeled and diced. Now, meantime, I have a couple cans of kidney beans that I went and I purchased. So, here's the trial and error part. I was going to put the red beans. I don't know why I was going to put the red beans in it, but I learned something. The red beans, when I soaked them and I cleaned them and soaked them, all the red came out of them, so they started to look brown. So they have some kind of preservative in there that will keep your beans red. And I have yet to find a nice organic red beans, but I said, you know what? I'm going to use it because I don't think we would be putting beans in a can if it was completely unhealthy. So, here I go. Why not compromise a little bit, right? So, what I'm doing is I'm rinsing them out thoroughly because I want that beautiful, beautiful, beautiful red bean color in there. Okay. I think my potatoes are where I want them to be. I don't want them to be too mushy. Perfect. And so, I'm going to go ahead and toss my mushrooms. So I'm like sauteing all these beautiful veggies in there. I'm going to go ahead and add like a nice tablespoon of my my nice tablespoon of Italian seasonings in there. Okay. Okay. I wanted something different. And then I found a recipe that actually had spaghetti for the pasta, for the minestrone soup. So I said, wow. So you can be really versatile. Okay, I think this is done. So I'm going to go ahead and pour my stock in there. Okay? And like I said, I don't want it too... Go ahead and put that over there. Set it aside. Well, you know what? I got the wrong fire going on here. Wrong fire. Wrong fire. So anyways, so I have, my water needs to still boil for my pasta. And look at that. That's so delicious. That's so yummy. So I'm going to go ahead and add my 2 cans of beans in there. And then I'm going to put in some garbanzo beans because I love garbanzo beans. I love these legumes that I'm putting. You can put canola, you can use the white. Traditionally, it's the white. And those cans are about 15 to 16 ounces each. So, and sometimes I even put lentils. Put lentils in there as well. I might just do that. I'm going to check make sure those are. This is going to be such a delicious soup. How could you not like minestrone soup? Yum. So I'm going to pour the rest of my seasonings in there because I want those seasonings to, usually you put your seasonings at the end, but I have a little bit of the flat leaf parsley, and this is really pungent. Be careful because it's really strong. So, and I have a couple bay leaves So what I'm going to do is go ahead and put a little bit, that's like a tablespoon of, I don't know why, a nice tablespoon of tomato paste. And then I'm going to go ahead, this is like a can, but I'm not going to use a whole can, it's 28 ounces. And that's crushed tomatoes with, oh wow, that's looking really nice. I use about a half a can of that. Didn't think I could make minestrone soup, huh? Yeah, some of you guys out there didn't think I could. I know who they were. But you can't make minestrone soup. The heck if I can. Okay, I'm going to cover that up. And we had cooks in our family that go way back on both sides, which gives me that benefit. So, anyways, okay, so, and I'm going to go ahead and toss my green beans in there. And that's about, I just took about a quarter of a pound of green beans, you know, washed them, and then I cut them in nice long sections. I want those green beans to stand out. And so, let that, it's going to be delicious. I think my friend's going to appreciate it. You know what? I'm going to go ahead and toss the whole tomato stuff in there. Yeah. Let's just do it. Oops. Oh, you did not see that. Well, let's rinse it out. Well, it's a good thing that I washed my cans, right? Do you wash your cans? You should. Okay. Okay. I'm going to try a bean. Oh, so delicious. Now, let me check my, clean up a little bit here. Alrighty. So we're going to clean up. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and pour my pasta in there. Be very careful. And usually you can put a little bit of oil in there so it doesn't foam over. There's other tricks. I don't know the other. I'm old school, so I'm a little old school. And at first I thought I was going to make this with no oil, but I said, how can I? I'm just robbing myself of those delicious, buttery, tasty, yummy, you know, flavors. So, okay, so this is going, and I'm going to check, let's see. Now let's turn it up just a little bit more. Because this thing is not, and we, oh, there it goes. Okay, let's put it down here on this one. Maybe it'll do something.